Hey y'all, welcome to What's Cooking with Paula Deen today. And today's podcast is all about more tips to help you along in the kitchen. I think I want to start today by talking about a no-cook banana pudding. I don't care if I'm in California or I'm in Kentucky. Somebody is going to say, Paula, I use your recipe all the time for your banana pudding. And I'll say, not your mama's banana pudding. And they'll say, yeah, that's it. I promise you, y'all, this is the best no-cook banana pudding you'll ever taste. Now, there's nothing that can beat the traditional banana pudding that my mama used to have waiting on the counter for Bubba and me when we get home from school in the afternoons. Nothing can compare to that. But this Not Your Mama's is pretty dadgum good. And we're going to start with 2 cups of whipping cream and a half a cup of confectionery sugar. And we're going to mix and beat it until it's light and fluffy. You'll want to be very, very careful now. When you're whipping cream, if you over whip it, it's going to turn back to butter. And that's the last thing you want to happen to that wonderful whipped creams. And I'm going to start out by using a bowl that's been in the freezer. I've gotten it nice and cold. And I'm going to pour 2 cups of whipping cream into my nice cold bowl. And you can also throw your beaters in the freezer and get them nice and cold. And it will assure you a better whip on your cream. Now, I'm going to sweeten our whipped cream with powdered sugar. I use 1/4 cup of sugar for each cup of whipping cream, and that makes it nice and sweet. This is perfectly whipped cream, y'all. You can run your finger through it, and the little indention that you made stays. So good, so fresh. All right. You'll want to beat it until it forms soft peaks, but don't overbeat it. In another bowl, you're going to mix 8 ounces of cream cheese that you've had come to room temperature on your counter. Now, that's important that you don't wait until it's time to start the dish to take your cream cheese and your butter or whatever you're using. Make sure you have it out on the counter to get to room temperature. So we're going to mix our 8-ounce package of cream cheese along with a 14 ounce of sweetened condensed milk. Now, don't confuse that with evaporated milk. Your sweetened condensed milk is the one that's real white and real thick. And where your evaporated milk pours kind of like a half and half does. So this is a real thick, gooey, delicious, sweetened condensed milk. Now, I have let my cream cheese get to room temperature. Now, I'm going to beat it just a couple of seconds, just so it'll be easy to incorporate. People tell me that they take it to family reunions and they never get to bring a bite home. Step in here and get me a little spatula, because now I'm going to add 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. And this stuff by itself is just marvelous. It's delicious. All right. So we'll incorporate those 2 ingredients. The space that you live in really affects the way you feel. So my first recommendation is start by updating your window treatments with Smith & Noble. Smith & Noble's beautiful handcrafted blinds, drapes, shades, and shutters are custom made just for you, and they offer different service options to fit your needs. To get started today, contact Smith & Noble to get my special limited time offer, 25% off on your window treatments, plus free design consultation. Create a space that you're gonna love. For details about my special offer, go to smithandnoble.com/Paula. That's smithandnoble.com/Paula, or call 1-800-659-3300. That's 1-800-659-3300. So we got 2 bowls right now. We've got our bowl of whipping cream, we've got our bowl of cream cheese and condensed milk. Now, in a 3rd bowl, we're going to add 1 5-ounce package of instant vanilla pudding to 2 cups of milk. And I recommend that you use a whisk to break that up and incorporate that powder in with your milk. So you mix that until it's smooth. And then you're going to go back to your whipping cream that you made at the start of your recipe. And you're going to fold that whipping cream into your custard mix. Now I'm going to add 1 5.5-ounce box of instant pudding mix. And I'm going to slowly add in our 2 cups of regular milk. See how simple? So all I'm going to do now is fold it together with our fresh whipped cream. All right, so I'm just going to mix that together. Ooh, look. Look how beautiful that is. The serving dish that you decide to serve in, instead of using vanilla wafers, we're going to use a Chessmen's cookie. And Chessmen is a wonderful little cookie that is packaged and produced by Pepperidge Farm. And they come in the little sacks in your cookie aisle. Now, I also use homemade shortbread cookies. If I've made shortbread cookies and I've got some left over, they are wonderful to use in the banana pudding. So I love the homemade cookies myself. I love using a cookie kind of like the old Sandies that you used to buy. Mama used to buy these in a sack, and I think they were called Sandies. And it's a shortbread cookie with pecans in it. And, yeah, pecan Sandies, I think Phil just said it was called. That was my favorite bag of cookies that Mama bought. Because for some reason, my mother didn't make a lot of cookies. She would make cupcakes and cakes and pies, but not a lot of cookies. So we're going to select our dish, and we're going to put a row of Chessmen cookies down. And then we're going to cover this with our mixture of whipped cream, the cream cheese, and the instant vanilla pudding. We've got that all mixed together now, so we're going to cover our cookies with a layer of that. And then a layer of sliced bananas. And you want to just keep repeating these until your final layer is cookies. Whether it be Chessmen or a homemade cookie that you've made yourself. All right. Now, we're not going to use the little wafers that you ordinarily think of using. I'm using a Chessmen cookie. And I'm going to start by putting a row on the bottom. And I'm going to put some custard on top of that. And that first row of Chessmen cookies will make kind of like a little crust for us. And I'm just going to keep layering this until we run out of all the ingredients. Now, if you don't put this together quickly, you know, if you've sliced your bananas and done everything ahead of time, I would highly recommend that you toss them in a little lemon juice, and that'll keep them from turning dark on you. Because if I had been on my game, I would have already sliced these bananas and had them all ready. And in that case, you definitely want to use the lemon juice. Because this and apples are the two fruits that will turn brown on you rather quickly. And, you know, different people have different preferences, so by all means, do it the way you like it. A lot of people like a lot of custard. A lot of people like a lot of cookies. So, you know, suit yourself with that. All right, now I'm gonna come in here and put another layer of the Chessmen down. Okay, here we go. Another layer of the custard. That custard looks like kind of semi-melted ice cream, doesn't it? Just looks heavenly. Okie doke. Here we go. The last layer of the custard. This looks like I'm making it for a big old crowd. It looks like it'll feed a crowd, but I promise you we'll eat all this. Won't we, bud? Say, I'm waiting, Mama. I'm waiting. I highly recommend the homemade cookies. They'll make it so good and so extra special. You know, no cooking. All right, you're gonna mess up 3 or 4 bowls, but you know what? That's all right, because it's gonna be so delicious. You won't mind washing 3 bowls. The space that you live in really affects the way you feel. So my first recommendation is start by updating your window treatments with Smith & Noble. Smith & Noble's beautiful handcrafted blinds, drapes, shades, and shutters are custom made just for you, and they offer different service options to fit your needs. To get started today, contact Smith & Noble to get my special limited time offer, 25% off on your window treatments, plus free design consultation. Create a space that you're gonna love. For details about my special offer, go to smithandnoble.com/Paula. That's smithandnoble.com/Paula, or call 1-800-659-3300. That's 1-800-659-3300.